Good morning. We're gonna see what we can get here for reception. I'm gonna see some people come on. We have got we're remote clearly. Just had a really pretty sun coming up over that hill, but let's see. We do have a couple people coming on, so I do see we have connection. Curtis, welcome, Curtis. We're in Buffalo County right now, hoping for weather. Boy, we went through some weather last night with storms here, and I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go remote here live. So let me spin this around and show you what we've got. Spry, right? Must be. Wrong. Spry is up there on the right. So good morning, Curtis. Good morning, Mike. Good morning, Brian. Doug is in. We're gonna crank out another early live with Spry here. We've got a little guest visitor. Spry's sister Fee is with us. So I'm gonna show it. We're gonna test Fee out and find out where she's at. Not really test her, but we're gonna do some heel work with her and see how things are going. Good morning, Brian, Becky, Aaron, Curtis. I'm working. You're working in Buffalo County at the storms? Yeah, Curtis, it was bad. All sorts of stuff last night. Lightning. I've never seen lightning like that before. It went for hours. Good morning, Sam. It was really pretty here this morning. The sun was coming out. It's overcast, so we're going to be dodging raindrops, I think, today. But let me get Fee. Here. This is Fee. Fee is Spry's sister. So we're over in Buffalo County. We're working on a project this week, and we've got a workshop coming up this weekend. So great little training setup here. I want to show you what I just did. It was she passed with flying colors. That's Spry over there. That's Ellie. That's Taylor. I've got Fee with me. I had her on lead. I actually forgot the tripod, so I turned around and I went back to the cabin here, got it, and came back, and these three stayed for me. So it was a real nice little test that Spry passed for us. As far as her patience, I think she'll do remote sit for a long time when I'm watching her and can correct her. She's quick to forget about that when I'm out of sight and I leave the room. So we've been working on that. If you look way back to earlier live with Spry's, you saw I used to do that by going outside the room, just peeking around the corner, and the second she moved, I came around the corner real firmly with a no, and I made her sit. She started to think. I did it one day with Ellie when she sat on the front porch, and I watched her through the window, and she didn't know I was watching. And the second I closed the door, and she didn't think I was there, she decided to get up and move around a little bit, and lo and behold, Jared comes out of the house, hey, sit down, and they go, wow, this guy is everywhere. So it's paid off a little bit now, to the point that this little dogs aren't gonna test. Just because they can't see me doesn't mean that they're necessarily gonna pull stakes and start moving around. So Amber is in. Amber's husband, I think, is in. Jeff Trudell, Megan Smith joined in. Stacy, good morning. I also had a message recently. Fee, come on. Now, Fee, sit. I think another thing that's interesting that we're going to see is how Fee handles with me. I'm a stranger to her. She's been very good so far. Ron, good morning. So we'll see how she does. I'm going to get moving here and get these guys. These guys have sat remotely long enough. But what I wanted to do was, I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, there's a guy. I got an email that I need to reread to figure out how to do it. There's something with some settings. I have made mention that in order to watch all the live with Spry's, you have to be on a desktop or a computer, regular computer. That's not true. I got a message, an email. I forget the gal. She's new to following some of the live with Spry's, but she found a way to do it on your phone. She sent me the message on how to do it. So I will get back to you, but I wanted to tell you, if you're a tech, you'll know that. You can still do it. So I appreciate her help with that. I think her name is Carrie. Carrie or Carol. But let me get started here. Fee. Heel. So I'm going to get going, Taylor. Let's go. I'm going to let these guys go, and I'm going to have Fee. Ellie, let's go. Nice little work by Spry here. Sit. Sit. Sisters get distracting to each other. Me without my hands, because I got this thing in my hand, it's hard on them. So Fee, heel. Come on, Ellie, let's go. Come on, Taylor, let's go. I did notice one thing that I like about Fee. Let's go, Ellie. I'm going to let these other three go. You can see Spry's quite content in going out on her own. Just doing her own. Ellie, let's go. Got to get Ellie out there. This is probably going to be very tempting and testing for Fee as well. You can see she's paying no attention to me. She's going, wow, look at all these other dogs. There's way more things going on. So it's going to be interesting to see how she does. Chris, good morning. Brian, good morning from Iowa. Brian sent a real nice message with some of the luck he's been having with his dogs. Let's go, Taylor. Come on. Come on, let's go. You're not going to follow me. Let's go. Come on. I got to get her going, get her out. She had a long day yesterday working. Taylor, let's go. Let's go. Go on. So I want to get her out. For multiple reasons, I want to get these dogs out. Because I want to get this dog's attention. Now, this is real hard on Fee. She pays no attention to me right now. I'm going to set this. Now. I've really got a cluster going. I've got 4 dogs. One's never been with me before. The other 3 are intimidated right now because I'm getting my pressure up a little bit with these guys not doing what I want them to do. So first off, I kind of got to take a deep breath here and realize, because I'm kind of getting frustrated, like pretty easily right now, and I can't. So Ellie, let's go. Spry, let's go. I'm not going to worry about Fee until I get the rest of these dogs out of the way, because it's not fair to her. Ellie, let's go. Let's go. Taylor, come on. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Good girl. Let's go. So here these guys go. Travis and Laura McDonough. We're right in your backyard here, guys. Boy, did you get the storms last night. Dan McDaniel's in. Jeff Trudell. Fee have other dogs around at home. They have other dogs. I don't know how much they're working with other dogs because she struggles right now with the distraction. So I could see them not working. Megan, I'm sure they do some, but I don't know how much. And this is quite a new change for Fee, having all these dogs around. Spry, Ellie, let's go. So Ellie really wants to heel with me. I want her to get out. Taylor's behind me. Let's go. Let's go. I kind of want to give her a kick in the butt. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. Let's go, Ellie. Let's go. Let's go, Taylor. Go on. There. Good. That's what I want. Let's go. Let's go. Now, part of Taylor's sluggishness today, she worked really hard yesterday. Got a lot of stuff done. Look at this one bouncing in the hayfield. I like that. Good girl. So it's a nice little boldness thing for Spry here. Come on, let's go, Ellie. Let's go. Ellie, come on. Ellie, let's go. So you could hear I had to change the tone up there. She wasn't coming. I had to get her going. Let's go, Ellie. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Now, when I say let's go to them, who do you think wants to go? Now, I have been really freely heel. It's the first time I dialed this one in. She responded nicely. Let's go, girls. So when I say let's go, let's go, let's go, how does Fee not know I'm not talking to her? Because she's ready to go. Trust me. Taylor, let's go. Fee, heel. I'm going to get ready because I'm going to probably have to do that again. Give it much different after that correction. Did you see how stern that correction was, guys? For Fee. I was solid. Like, that was the first one I gave her. And it was solid. It flipped her off of her front feet. Well, look at my loose lead right now. Heel. Very nice. Good. This is what calms me. Taylor, come on, let's go. Taylor, let's go. Taylor, let's go. Go on. Go on. Go on. Ellie, let's go. Let's go. Good. Now, she's pushing it, but look at her responding. Nice. Good girl, heel. One correction it took. Now, I think the problem is a lot of people correct, but they correct half-assed. They correct so softly that, I don't want to, and that turns into they're constantly correcting. They're constantly correcting. They're constantly correcting. And none of it's getting a change out of the dog. I put enough pressure on Fee. I didn't hurt her, but I put enough pressure on her that she woke up and went, wow, he's the same as my dad. He's the same as my mom. I have to listen to him. I have to tune out the distractions of, you saw how she was. These dogs were running nuts around her. Now I left my tripod way the hell back there. That's all right. I'm going to go back down towards it. Heel. Fee, heel. Heel. Now the dogs come in close, and we got another level of distraction. So I can't do this. Ellie, go on. Ellie. I gotta get these guys out. I'm gonna show you that once I get the tripod going and can free up a hand. This is a pain to me to work. There's another correction. Heel. Ellie, let's go. Ellie, let's go. I gotta get kind of firm with them and get them out. Now they're having a tendency of wanting to hang tight because they're hearing my tone and they're going, boy, he's serious. I better be there to listen. So, let's see. Ellie, let's go. I want to get these other dogs out from here. So what I'm going to do is, because I realize the struggle I'm having right now with the dog, all the dogs as a group working, which is, I don't consider this group work, but just walking together, we're struggling. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get back to the tripod so I can disconnect from this phone physically, because it's really creating issues. Now, look at the difference in Fee's personality. I got Ellie right here. There, nice little response, no correction. She's working right through the distraction. Heel. Now, part of this is her connecting to me. I can connect to a dog real quick on lead, or I can get him to dial right in. Nice. Heel. Very good. I got Ellie right there in the way. I mean, not physically in the way, but mentally in the way. Let's see. Wayne said, great looking land. This is unbelievable, this farm. So we're in Buffalo County on the Andersons farm. This is where we're having the workshop this weekend. I'll tell you, we came yesterday. We've got another project we're working on this week. I came yesterday to kind of scout a little bit. I found 5-gallon pail full of morel mushrooms under one tree. So I promised Steph I wouldn't look anymore. She's going to be coming later this week. Deal. Asparagus in the ditch here, so we're going to be picking that. We're going to be foraging off the land this week. Vicky, good morning. Joe, good morning. Robbie Schmidt is in. Schmidts are going to be coming here this weekend. Guys, bring your rain gear. Looks like we may be working through some elements on our own, which I don't mind training in rain. We hunt in rain. We have to work in rain. The thing about rain is it is a distraction, sometimes more to us than the dogs. So I think we have to train in it to be prepared to work in it. So she's getting loose on me here. I'm going to have to correct. It's coming. Heel. See how soft that correction was? I thought I was going to have to really light her up, but my feel allowed her to suck back in. There, very good. All right. Back to my tripod. Now, I just want to get down the road slightly before I break this off. Shaldag, good morning. Heel. Shaldag, how was that weather in Minnesota last night? Boy, it was rough here. Heel. Here's where, now, clearly, as soon as I get crap in my hands, a leash I'm trying to balance over my shoulder, dog's getting tight, huge change in Fee as far as her lack of focus. She just went right out the window. Look at this. Heel. So, clearly this is part of it. Look at her head right now. She's just on. Good. Heel. These guys, my tone goes up and they go, uh-oh. Ellie, come on. Taylor, come on. Heel. Heel. If you could see this from the outside, you'll understand why. This is a cluster. I got this goddamn thing in the way. I got all this stuff in the way. I don't mean to swear like that, but I get upset. Like, dogs come off the tracks. So, really what needs to happen is things just need to be simplified in my setup. Now, if I simplified it, I could do that, but then I won't be live and I won't be trying to film it and all that crap. So, understood, I have to do this. But it's a perfect example of the struggle here. And they can get in the way for you as well. So let me spin this around. Get one thing out of off my hands here. Fee, come here. Spry, sit. Sit. Taylor, come here. I'm gonna put her where you can see her. Sit. Ellie, come here. Now, come on, Ellie. I'm bringing a little bit of control back into this. Ellie, come here. Sit. So I don't know if you can see all three. Sit. Now I'm going to demand a little bit more out of them. We did our walk. We had pretty good control. There's the four amigos, okay? So, I'm also going to add another layer. Sit. I'm going to put this on Spry just in case. Not that she's going to run off, but I want it as the weight hanging from her. I'm going to stretch it out so she can't get at it to chew on. And now I'm just going to work with feet. And these guys I took out of the equation. That tripod I took out of the equation. It's me, I got two hands now. I'm still connected to you guys, which gets in the way of this, but now I'm just going to work on heel work with feet. I'm not going to talk so much about what I'm doing anymore. I'm just going to do it. These guys are going to have to sit and watch. Good. Good. Feet. Heel. Pretty nice heel with feet. I'm going to put her on a remote. See how that is. Sit. Sit. I'm going to kind of snake through these dogs and see how they are with steady. One thing I noticed with Fee is her right turns are real good. Her left turns, she looks a little confused. Her feet are confused with her left hand turn. No. No. Dude, that was just a blade of grass. Sit. There's nothing but a blade of grass, but I'm not going to let her. So she's real sniffy. She's got a real good nose. She's very easily distracted. And this should not be that distracting of a spot. So what I want to do is, I'm putting boredom to this. I'm adding time to this dog's remote sit, where she has to pay attention to nothing but me. Eventually she could lay down. These big dogs are probably going to lay down. That's a pretty good correction, because she keeps going down to the ground to want to eat worms and grass or anything else that she can find. And I don't want that. Spry is lick, lick, lick. She's licking herself. She's soaking wet right now. She's just licking herself. I don't mind that. She's grooming. If she was screwing around with the ground, I'd correct. But I'm tightening up and firming up right now with her to not allow her to get away with just messing around on the ground. She's kind of doing what I want her to do, but she's doing it 50% because her focus isn't in on it. She's just, here's the habit. That one lays down. She goes, I'm here for a while. This one won't be far behind. And eventually I think Spry will too. Well, her head has not gone down since that last correction. It's an example of, they have to make, I'm not mad at her for making that mistake. She's got to make a mistake in order for me to correct her, which is how she learns what not to do. And then when she does what she is doing right now, which is what I want her to do, good. That's enough praise. Let her understand that she's doing well. I don't want to boil her over with praise. She doesn't need it. And it would defeat what I'm trying to accomplish with her praise-wise. So manage your praise and manage your correction. Enough correction to get a result, enough praise that she understands. There's my number 2 laying down. And Spry won't be far behind. And this dog just went for a nice long period of not putzing around with stuff. So I'm going to get out of it before she does and call it success. So right now, in 5 minutes, I'm just trying to figure out, what do I need to do with this dog? What's the next things I need to do? Her left-hand turns are no good. Her feet don't work. Right-hand turns are real good. So I think she's good enough. She's at the point right now where I would work on some left-hand turn. I'm going to just start it today. I'm going to start seeing what I can do with her feet. It's going to take me guiding her and helping her, but I'm going to see if I can't get her to start to make a little bit of a left-hand turn. And when I make the left-hand turn, I need the body to bend the right way. I need the back feet to work opposite of what they normally would. I need to lead with her hind quarter, not her front quarter. That's hard to do for these dogs. But you'll see when I do it with Spry, she's doing it pretty well. This dog does better with staying up. Spry stays back. This dog wants to go a step ahead. So I got to correct that, and I did it a couple times. She's responding to it. But wants to go ahead, Spry wants to stay back. That's just a difference in the dogs right now. Feet, heel. Right hand turn's good. Now the camera's reversed. This is my right. This is my left. My dog's heeling on the left. Right hand turn, nice, with distraction. The left hand turn. See how she gets out of position? I'm going to be a real stickler with her sticking her head down. I'm going to move this forward so that you can see it a little better. Fee's right below it, but I want to show you the left-hand turn, and I don't want to get her too close to the other dogs. See. Now, I just kicked her leash away from her so I can reach out and pick it up. Never made her move at all. So don't bundle it up next to her and reach over and then get them too excited by getting too close to them. See? Heel. Now watch this left-hand turn. See how out of position she is? Caught her whole body. So now what I want to do is, because I know she's struggling with it, I'm going to help her to get into the... I'm going to have her sit for a second. I'm going to show you with Spry what I mean. Watch her left-hand turns. And they're not good. They're not perfect, but they're getting better. I'm getting my chain loosened up. One thing I got to do is, because I just put that chain on, I got to take this off. This gets in the way. This flat collar just gets in the way if you got a slip on. It's not as effective. It binds up. Spry. Heel. Sit. Spry. See how back Spry is? She's way back. There. Now, sit. The problem I'm having is I really can't do this with the two of them here. It's not fair to Fee. And I got to get excited with Spry because Spry is lagging. And so when I get my tone excited to get Spry, come on, come on, come on. Every time I do that, Fee goes, I'll come do it. She's real willing to please, and she's extremely bold. Spry is a little more laid back, a little more timid, a little less confident, a lot less confident, I should say. And when I say it, it's not in a bad way, it's just this dog is real confident. Sit. I'm going to back her up a little bit. I really want to show you this turn. But in order for me to do it, I got to get Spry going a little quicker. And in order for me to get her going a little quicker, I got to pick my tone up. And every time I do that, Fee wants to break. There, caught her out of position again. What? Struggling with her left turns this morning. Fee's doing a really nice job being steady. She's really struggling with her left turns as well. She's very awkward, and she's very, I stepped on her toes twice. This is a dance, this is two people that are never danced before dancing together really late on a Saturday night. It's not very good. I'm stepping on her feet. She doesn't know which way I'm moving. So I need to work on it. I need to continue to work on it. Biggest problem I have right now is working on it with all these other dogs is not going to work. I need to separate her so that I can get my tone up when I need it, when I can tone it down when I need it, and I don't have effects with these other dogs, positive or negative. But her feet are just way off. Right? Yeah. Good. There was better. I slowed down. She did better. Yeah. There. Nice and slow. Now it's still not as sit. It's not as smooth as it needs to be. Watch Ellie. Ellie, you. Ellie. Ellie. See how her feet work a lot better? Well, we're working on that. We're gonna get to it. Good morning, Stephanie. It is nice out. I hope the rain holds off. So I'm gonna spin this around. That's a quick. Actually, no, I'm not. Spin this around again because I want to get a little more out of Fee, and really get a gauge or a feel for her. And I will with boom, 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 distraction, distraction, distraction. I'm just going to heel her out, heel her back, heel her out, heel her back. And really I'm not going to work on the footwork so much with her as I am just get her to connect with me with distractions, tempting distractions next to her. Notice she's in between. This is our left-hand side here. She is on the side that the distractions are on. Fee, heel. Her right-hand turns are real good. I like her because she keeps up with me. So her right-hand turns are very natural. That outside track, usually my dog's behind on it. She's right there with me. I like that. It's her left-hand turn that she struggles with. So that's where I would be working on. That's where we will work on the next couple days. But then I got to be careful that once we get the left-hand turns going, it doesn't make the right-hand turns bad. So balance, 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 balance. Right-hand turns are good. Left-hand turns aren't. So we work on left-hand turns and all of a sudden they get good and the right-hand turns suffer from it. Sit. So we just got to find the balance until we can get more like this. Fee, heel. Ah, very good. Right hand turn is beautiful. But what I got excited about was the distraction. Did you see her go past both those dogs? No correction. Good, heel. Good. I'm going to do this. I think I can get something out of her yet here. I'm going to move this back and get these guys out of the way. Looks like we got Joey. Good morning, Joey. Joey, I think, might be new. Justin's in, Brad's in. Now, left-hand turns I'm going to work on because I just got a little bit out of her feet the way I wanted them. So, sit, Spry, sit. She got a little antsy. She stood up. Now, there's a whole bunch of cows right here, too. That's not new. That is new to these dogs. So, feet, heel. Left-hand turns is what I want. Good. Heel. I'm guiding her. See how awkward this is for her? There. Very good. Heel. Good. Good. Heel. Little bump. I don't know if we got out of that. So she just doesn't want to turn that way because she's just real uncomfortable. So I'm going to guide her. Good. Good. Good girl. I'm just trying to get her body to bend the way I want it to. There, good. And it's real uncomfortable. That's too much petting. Too much to get her wound up. I don't need that. Yep. There, good. Nope. There. Very good. Yep. So I want you to notice, I want you to look here. Watch this part. So the bus goes by, that's distracting. Clearly. Come on. Come on. Where I'm bumping this dog, I want you to see, when I turn to my left, and I'm just trying to get her to turn with me, I'm using this, when the slip gets to the point where it's about right here, it's not tight. It's not tight. That's loose. It's about right here. I'm using the clasp where it hooks to the chain. No. Did you see her right away? No. Put her foot on top of me. No. When she puts her there, when she puts her foot on top of you, she's showing you she's dominant. That would completely erode everything I'm trying to do right now. So I have to make sure that doesn't happen. But this clip right here, I'm using it up against her chin. And so I'm not pushing her. I'm not steering her, pulling her. I'm using that weight. Sit. I'm using that weight to bump, 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 bump. This is her head. So this is, it's real interesting how she responds to it. It's just a touch. You see how loose this is? It's real loose, right? I'm taking this as it curves, and the weight of it from above, I bump her with it. I bump, I bump, I bump, I bump, I bump. In my body, I feel bump, bump. I'm not touching her, but there's this gravitational thing where she just doesn't want to get to touch me. That's good. And so all I'm doing is trying to steer her to understand, to accept the idea of going to the left instead of the right. And as soon as she does, I'm going to tell her how good she is. She's going to start to realize that she can turn that way, and it's a little uncomfortable, but actually he likes it. See how she leans in on me? No way. I'm new. And she is clearly trying to go, I don't have to listen to you. Yes, you do. Fee. Yeah. Bump, 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 bump. Good. Yep. There. Very good. Very good. Yep. Yep. There. Yep. Good. Very good. Heel. One more and then we're going to get out of it. Excellent. That's it. I'm going to end it with her because I just went 4, 5, 6 times in a row. She turned really well to the left. And it was all, this was the amount of bumping it took. Bump, 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 bump. It wasn't this. I wasn't steering her and pulling her the direct. No, man. She's just going to brace against that and shut down, and it's going to mean nothing to her. So that was awesome. Kelly says, Ava struggles with distractions are slowly getting better unless we run into other dogs or other people when we're out for a walk. Yeah, so you could see my struggles this morning with her. I don't know that she's ever been on a walk with not these 3 plus her. So you slowly got to introduce and work through these distractions. Lots this morning, lots of cows, buses, dogs, but as the session went on, we worked through some of those, and when I get off of this turnaround, I will catch up from the beginning. David sounds like he must be driving. Good morning, Brooke, Joey. We mentioned before, Devin Windsor, loving this, #real. Lots of mistakes this morning, but I am very satisfied with working through them. Shalday got the rain, but no damage. He's lucky. There were floods and stuff here. I will send out, yeah, Jeff, we'll send an email out to the people that are coming to the workshop. We'll have an email. I'll put another email out. If you're watching and you're coming, make sure you bring boots and rain gear. We're going to train regardless of weather. We'll hope for the best. Let's see. I'll send an address out though. Brooke had joined in. It's starting to rain out. Justin's in. Brad Kramer, how you doing, man? Rocky's in. Kelly, Sean, Jordan. Paws and bodies on you is a sign of dominance. A head up on your lap or something like that is affection, correct? Yeah. When they lean in, so it's just like the old adage of I got a hand up on you. When I come up and I put my feet on, or my hands or anything like that, so if she takes her paw, puts it on top of my paw, she's really telling me she's the boss. And she did that. She snuck that in. Can different dogs have different need for level of praise? Every dog does, Dan. There's no 2 that are the same. So we have to be able to recognize that. That's why when you start working with 4, 5, 6 dogs, they're all different. They're just like kids. You can't teach every kid the same way. They don't learn the same way. You can't teach every dog the same way. They don't learn the same way. So here's Spry. And look how nice and steady little Fee is. Beautiful. So that's it, guys. I'm going to get out. It's starting to rain. I'm going to head back. Keep watching. This one, I was thinking about not doing it, but then I thought, you know what? Why not do it? So we got another live session in. We spent more time working with Fee than we did anybody else, but I feel like we had sit. 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 I want to end this positive. Sit. Good. That pushed the amount of time that we could. So me changing the element a little bit and going to get Spry and walking her by, that changed Fee's mindset. So that's how picky I'm going to be with Fee until she stops doing that. I'm gonna nip it before it happens. So as you could see, I knew she was going down. Her nose went halfway, and it really was working. And so my correction was very sharp and quick. I do that enough times, I'll form the habit where she's not going to be sniffing around. Trust me, there's plenty of things on this ground right now that they could get at. Worms, all sorts of stuff. So you guys have a great day. We're going to be grinding here in Buffalo County. boy, I hope the rain works with us, but not against us. But we got a lot of work to do. It's Wednesday. We got a secret project going on right now, and man, I'm excited about it. We just got to get some weather strung together the next couple days, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday workshop. You guys will be able to kind of check in on us for that. Good stuff going on. You guys keep working at your place, keep working your plan, and we will talk soon. Have a great Tuesday, Wednesday. I don't know what day it is. Wednesday, I guess. Talk with you soon.